Steve Kerr is comparing Kevin Durant's play of late to the recent player MJ, Michael Jordan. And Scottie Pippen is backing it up. And what Scottie says specifically is that Kevin Durant is dangerous. When he gets the ball in this spots like Michael did, he's virtually unstoppable. And I actually agree with that. So that's the buzz at the moment. The thing I like about KD, he's got that it factor, like that angry person on the inside that just gets riled up and then he wants to just rip your face off. Like Kobe did that, Michael did that. LeBron doesn't have that, but KD has it. And it started, I think, with your boy Patrick Beverly getting underneath the skin. They get ejected, and he came back. He did that interview where he says, "Y'all know who I am." And then ever since then, he's been on this ridiculous tear.
The only thing with him is I don't know how he deals with the media, and I say that because I'm hoping he's with the Knicks next year.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's the only thing. Other than that, he does have that like killer instinct that LeBron is missing.
Yes.
Unstoppable. You give him the ball anywhere on the court, unstoppable.
So I'm 100% with you and thinking along the same lines you're thinking. And I take solace in the fact that Patrick Ewing hated the media and made it. You know what I'm saying?
But Patrick didn't talk, though.
Reasons. Exactly.
But
exactly.
Kevin Durant talks.
Exactly.
While he's hating.
And the last person that we had that talked was Stephon Marbury.
Yeah.
And it led to his demise.
And he was eating Vaseline and everything.
Yeah. I hold the opinion that Steph literally killed himself. Well, not literally killed himself, but you get what I'm saying. Because he got to the point in his life where he's a grown man now, and now he's at the point where his awareness is such when you ask him a question, he decided to answer it.
That wasn't the only thing that got him. I think Larry Brown put him in a more emotional state. Larry Brown is
horrible.
The worst.
He's horrible.
And he pushes players for no reason. He
Right.
benches you he just plays mind games. So
But
that pushed him over the edge, I think.
Let's look at a couple of things from Kevin Durant and to kind of give some context as to what Steve Kerr and Scottie Pippen is saying. First, I'm going to go on the record in saying that I agree that he is playing on a all-time great level.
Mm-hmm.
And when you mentioned it in our pre-show prep, I started looking at the stats, and they really stand out and are very comparable to Michael Jordan. And I'd also like to start by saying that great players in the regular season, the playoffs is a tighter competition, and you never do as well in the playoffs as you do during the regular season.
Agreed.
When you see the guy that does better in the playoffs than he does in the regular season, that's a completely different dude.
He's a monster.
So far through the 2018-2019 playoffs, 7 games the Golden State Warriors have played, Kevin Durant is averaging 35 points per game. He is doing that while blocking 1.2 shots, 1.4 steals, 5 assists, 5.3 rebounds, 92% from the free throw line, taking 11 free throws per game, 3 out of 7 from three-point range for just under 40%, and a field goal percentage of .545.
And he got off to a slow start.
Off to a slow start.
23 points the first game and 21 the second
Right.
game. So if you look at after that, points-wise, 38, 33, 45, 50, 35.
It's a wild animal. Off the leash right here.
Yes, he's a beast. He's a beast. There's literally, when you look at these numbers and if you understand what these numbers mean, they are completely different than almost anyone ever. This is Michael Jordan territory, shooting 51, 52% from the perimeter as a perimeter player in the postseason. That's unheard of. And then to still be getting 5 assists, you know what I mean? He's bringing the ball up the court every time. He is the point guard at 7 foot tall.
They're deferring to him.
He is the point guard. Steph completely plays off the ball now.
Which helps Steph Curry's game.
Definitely.
But
you can't keep up with him.
It's just when Durant joined them, it was Curry's team easily.
Right.
And, I mean, you got to give Steph Curry some credit, the way he's adjusted his game.
Definitely.
I mean, it helps him, so it's easy to adjust.
Right.
But He's deferred to him. It's
So
Durant's team now.
I'm going to say if Durant pockets a third Finals MVP, he is now a top 10 NBA player all time. And I don't put Kobe in the top 10.
I can't even knock you on that because at this point of his career, I consider him to be in his peak. So I don't even think we've seen his best days yet. Like, I mean, he's balling, and with that jump shot, that gives him longevity. He could be playing for Lord knows how long.
And So yeah, Kevin Durant, it's a legitimate comparison to Michael Jordan at this point, the way that he's playing in the playoffs.